Hi, my name is Russ King. Our company is called Coded Energy. We're the developers of Kwik Model 3D. It's a 3D load calc and duct design software. It does manual J, S, and D. But we also have a service for homeowners called DIYloadcalcs.com. And we use a phone app called Cubicasa. You take it, you load it on your phone, you scan your house, and it creates a 2D floor plan of your house that looks like an architect drew it. And it's free, which is pretty amazing. You can buy nicer versions that are 3D and stuff like that. But the homeowner scans the house, they send us the floor plans, they fill out an online questionnaire about the age of the house and the city and the orientation, all this stuff. And we do the load calcs for you, and we send you back a full report with room by room load calcs. And that way you can have the load calcs when you're shopping for an HVAC system, and you don't have to trust the contractor doing their own load calcs.
So is that a manual J?
Manual J, S, and D, room by room load calcs, yep. And then we can also do equipment selection and duct design, but we charge an hourly rate for that. But getting the load calcs done is the most important part, so your equipment's sized properly.
So if the homeowner wants to get that done, what does that cost?
It's about 5 cents a square foot for the loads. Minimum charge is $100. So up to 2,000 square feet, one-story house is $100. We add on for an extra story. We add on $20 for an extra system and stuff like that. So it's usually under $200.
And does that include the duct design as well?
No, that's just the load calc. The duct design we charge hourly for because we have no idea how long it's going to take, especially in an existing house. Sometimes they're trying to modify the existing ducts or they're starting from scratch and stuff like that. But we provide a consulting service where we'll tell you how big the duct needs to be to each room, and then we kind of leave it up to the installer to figure out how to get it there.
Yeah. Is there a way to scan the existing duct system and include that as part of the model?
Yeah, so once we have the 3D model done and the load calcs done, if we have an idea of what the existing system is like, we can mimic that in the software and then size it how it should be sized. And then they can compare that to what's actually installed and say, okay, I've got a 6-inch going to this room, but I really need an 8-inch. And so they can upsize it accordingly.
So if I went out to somebody's house and I actually did static pressure testing or airflow testing, is that useful to give you that information as part of this design?
Yeah, it tells us, whether the ducts are sized properly and stuff like that. But if you're gonna design the ducts, you kind of want to tell it what it should be. You want to know what your system will run at, how much airflow to give you at what static pressure. You plug that into the software. And basically that's what Manual D does, is it says, I want a duct system that when I turn this air handler on, it's going to operate at this static pressure and give me this much airflow.
So the scan gives you the heating, cooling load calculation.
Yep.
You can compare it to what the equipment is that you have in your house now.
Yep.
Know whether it's oversized, most likely.
Yes.
And then from there decide if you want to upsize ductwork or reconfigure things or downsize the equipment to match the load that you actually have.
Exactly. Yep. And I'm a huge proponent of looking at both sides of the equation because, most HVAC contractors, when you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail, right? Well, what they don't realize is you can also change the house. You can make the house better. You can reduce the load of the house. If your equipment's too small, improve the house. Make the load of the house match the equipment. I tell people don't do a load calc assuming the house is really leaky. That's really stupid. Don't size your equipment for something in the house that's bad. Make the house better.
And does Kwik Model take into account, if I give you a blower door number?
Absolutely, we can plug that right in, yeah.
Awesome. Orientation and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we have we can put the north arrow on the plans. We usually go on Google Maps and take a screenshot of the house so that we get the orientation just right.
Yeah. So if you're getting ready to buy a new equipment and you're getting a bunch of different estimates and opinions, this is a good third-party outside opinion that you can do on your own.
We do that all the time, yep.
Awesome, thank you.